How to install and adjust a French antique table clock. How to attach the pendulum correctly on the string. Level the clock so it keeps on running. What to do when the bell doesn't sound well. And some tips, tricks and troubleshooting. From around 1800 till the beginning of the 20th century, in France they made many different clocks in many styles. Neo-Gothic, Romantic, Art Deco, Art Nouveau and Empire. But they all had one similarity: the placement of the movement. What comes next applies to all these clocks. When you have purchased a clock, it is delivered with a pendulum and a key. When you start, make sure all packaged materials has been removed. We take off the bell by loosening this bolt. On top of the movement you see this little spring. In the middle you see this fork-shaped anchor. Hook the pendulum to the spring and let it hang between the teeth of the fork-shaped anchor. This is the correct way to attach the pendulum. Place back the bell. And be sure the pendulum doesn't touch the bell, otherwise it will stop. Early clocks have a silk thread and a hook on the pendulum. Attach them like this. This is how it looks in practice. Place the pendulum and replace the bell. Now we wind up the clock. We can do that firmly. It cannot go wrong because you must be very strong to break a clock spring. Only stop if you feel very much resistance. The right hole is for the clock to run. The left hole is for the bell. Sometimes a clock runs perfectly right away, but most of the time it needs some adjustment. Not every chimney, table or dresser is perfectly horizontal. These clocks are very reliable but must run very regular. A regular sound, tick tock, tick tock, must be heard. Adjusting is not difficult, but it requires a certain finesse and a good hearing. First of all, we loosen the two balls at the back of the clock a little bit, so the movement can be shifted a little. As you see, we can move the clockwork now a little. When we shift the movement too much, the clock will run not good and finally stop. But this is the way to adjust and find the right regular rhythm for the clock to run perfectly. Place the clock where it will be placed. Front of the clock forward. These movements tick softly, so I use a funnel to hear it better. This doesn't sound good. This is better. And wrong again. Yes, this sounds good. Now tighten the bolts on the back hold the movement tight so it doesn't shift. This is how it looks inside when the clock runs okay. What to do when your clock is off chime. On the whole hours, he does a half hour, and on the half hour he chimes a lot. The easiest way is, if I go here, he will go for half an hour, but I'll do like this and I don't stop here and I go to half an hour. He does 1. Now he will probably count 1 because it would be 1 o'clock. Oh, 2. As you can see, that's not correct. But at least he is on the hour now. So now it's 1 o'clock. This one I can just put this way, always clockwise, both of them, always clockwise. Now I go over and now I do it. Would be now. Then I put this one a little over and then it is 2 o'clock and I'm ready. Now he's correctly again. See. You see? It's easy. Always clockwise, always clockwise. Sometimes by packing or unpacking, the bell shifts a little and then the sound is not well. Listen to this. No sound. Sometimes it's even like this. No bell at all. You already see what I'm doing. I'm not bending this, only this, bending a little till it's on its place, a little moving like this, a little bending like this, and then till the right position is taken for a nice bell to ring. What to do when the clock runs too fast or too slow. The speed of the clock can be adjusted with the pendulum. By sliding the disc up or down, we can change the speed of the clock. If we slide the disc up, the clock will run faster. We can adjust this with the little screw at the bottom of the pendulum. If we slide it down, the clock will slow down. This one is very common. It has 2 screws, one in the middle to adjust and one little one to tighten the disc. Loosen the little screw and put the disc up for faster or lower for slower. This one is from the silk thread movement. You can adjust that one by making the silk thread longer or smaller on the clock itself. So in general, up means faster, lower means slower. Do not use oil or grease, it attracts dust and after a while the clock will stop. For cleaning the movement, use compressed air from an aerosol can that they use for computers. I hope this video was useful for you. If you liked it, subscribe. Have a nice day.